Good afternoon. Today I just have a quick showcase here for more of Cow's ACs. Gonna be pretty much just gonna be having these guys fight their first team. See how that turns out for them. All right. So as far as what we have here, we have Horse. He's a flamethrower napalm AC. Very, very high offense on him. Hovercat, the spazzy as hell missile spammer. This one is absurd. You'll see how it goes. Shadow Cow, this is a sniper build. It's pretty effective at switching from a it goes long range at first, then switches off for mid range. Pretty good at that. Untouchable, who actually didn't have weapons in his demo, but gave him kind of alternating not EO pods, but drone pods and 1000 MG and pistols in case he ever gets to that point, though he never actually has. They're just kind of there to match colors. So he is the highest possible defense that you can ever get. Actually, it takes quite a lot to even burn through his armor. To actually get through his shield bubble, it actually took an AC that is, like, it just pretty much spews fire. That's pretty good. And then this is the Waffle face. It's one of his AC2 ACs. I don't know if it's actually the same one that was used. Was it Royal Angel that used it? I know someone else had some kind of Waffle AC. I think it was Royal. If I'm completely wrong on that, I apologize. Like I said, I only have like 10 minutes here, so just a quick showcase. Alright, so first off, we'll do Horse. Now, let's go ahead and have you fight... I want to say... the Grasshopper was here? I want him to fight the Grasshopper. Yeah, I started converting a lot of these over to a different kind of save. So this is one of the Cowlective things. Let's say Pro Squad, is he here? No, so I'm just going to have him fight someone in the old Cowlective then. Because I don't know which one of these he was in. And that is kind of a shame. Unless... must be in the Renegades, I think. There we go. There's the Grasshopper. Alright. So first off, battle against the crazy quads.
Test match. Single mode. Stand by.
I think this is going to go to the Horse, but let's see it. I'll keep the numbers up for the sake of science. I'll keep the basic numbers up. The advanced ones aren't really too good. So here's the thing. His internals had to be swapped around a little bit. So he can get overheated. But he does a lot more overheating himself. Like, oh jeez. They're just burning each other. Truth be told, this isn't a really good showcase of what he can do. I mean, he's a flat-out burner. This Grasshopper is, well, a different kind of burner, actually, but there we go. Looks like the Horse won. Fantastic. So he works pretty darn good in this. Alright, who's next? So we have the Hovercat. I'm going to have him fight the Cardboard Box. They are a very similar build. I know he's technically the Cardboard AC. I like calling him the Cardboard Box. He was the one that was the only one capable of actually losing to Crossback. And even then, Crossback almost lost. It's kind of amazing, really. Oh, by the way, I changed his color scheme a little bit, because instead of orange legs, I thought it looked kind of cool to look like he had flame jets coming out of his bottom. So, look at this crap. Look how fast this thing is. This is unreasonable. This is after he's, like, this is pretty well toned down, too. This is a good 3,000 off his booster heat, because this thing went so friggin' fast that it actually burned itself to death, like, within seconds of starting the fight. Under the original builds there, and it's mostly because the AI can't properly utilize what's there. It's supposed to hop in the air and make use of the extension boosters, but it ends up using all of them at once. It winds up in this spasmatic nonsense, which is just amazing to watch. Let's look at it from a faraway view. Camera can't even keep up. cardboard box over here. He's like, man, I can't believe my doppelganger's beating me. And, I think they're both out of shots now, so... Not really... Wait a minute, why does he still have shots? Well, anyhow. That fight is basically just gonna end in a timeout with the Hovercat winning, so, there we go. Friggin' love that one. Alright, next is the sniper. Who's next on the Cowlective? Let's have you fight Dumbo, why not? See how this one winds up. Actually, I probably should have had the Hover AC fight Dumbo, because Dumbo fights a little bit like a pulverizer. He's a pulverizer breaker. Or, I think as he put it, pulverizer. I don't know. So, he starts off long range. The AI has a tendency to kind of close in, but there aren't many shots in that rifle. Okay, what is he doing here? The AI seems a little bit confused. It doesn't know what to do on this map. But typically this is what he does. He just kind of walks, jumps, and skips around strafing. Because he has a tendency to switch out his pods and keep firing, I left him with an acceptable amount of walking, just because from the usual distance that he keeps, he actually puts out enough damage between the rifles and the EOs to just obliterate a ton of stuff. Okay, so next the Untouchable, which he called the Invincible AC. It kind of reminded me, looking at the thing reminded me of one of the perks in XCOM 2. Let's have you fight the Beerus. See what comes out of this. I think this actually will go to the Beerus, but why the hell not? So yeah, it reminded me of one of the perks from XCOM 2, which is basically your soldier becomes invincible if they get a kill off. And this guy can become functionally invincible. It's just if something had burst through his bubble, he's kind of stuck. So he can OB and still keep all three of his shields running. Pretty much recovers energy if he only uses one of either the double shields or the single shield. Unlike in Silent Line though, like his original version, this thing can't really keep up its defense from all angles. But still, look at this, it doesn't even drain while doing this stuff. Okay, so looks like Beerus's whole burning propensity got through his shield. But that'll be something to test later. You know what? No. You know who he's fighting? I know who he needs to fight, because this should be hilarious. Where are you? Is he in Cool Patrol? I'm trying to find the lasers. No, I think he's in Renegades. Tried giving them catchy names. I don't know how well that worked out, but we'll see. The save slots are getting confusing. Alright, there we go. This should be a better example.
Test match. Single mode. Stand by. Ready. Go.
So he's trying, he's just doing no damage whatsoever. I figured pods are good, since a lot of times his mobility isn't very good and those pods can just follow around wherever he's firing. And other than that, he can just tank and spray the pixie. So Blazers is going to run up, he's probably going to start spamming about now. He appears to have gotten very confused. Yeah, so even outright spamming, he's doing next to nothing. And bear in mind, lasers are the thing he's weakest against, too. So yeah, this thing's strategy, at least as it was set up here, is pretty much just outlast the other guy. About it. I was thinking I should probably maybe have him set up with some shell weapons instead. Man, that's awesome. Alright, then one last one, which would be the Waffle face. That's just kind of an overall heavy hitter. What's he gonna do here? Yeah, let's have you fight the Sin Jutter. See if he can hold up to some napalm.
Test match. Single mode. Stand by. Ready. Go.
What is my phone pinging about? There we go, he's pretty good. Even does good while burning, actually. Seems like a good all-rounder. I couldn't really match him exactly because I didn't know what his internals were. But, seemed like a good overall build. Maybe I should put him with a hanger or something. I'm actually kind of surprised how well he can stand up to that. Oh, I had his operation chips all wrong though. He's going for a parry that he doesn't even have. He's still winning it though. I mean, you have to consider this guy's been on fire like 4 or 5 times and it doesn't even matter. Why is he not going for the cut? Who even knows? There we go. So, there's a showcase for you. If you have anything that you want to show off, let me know.